Streaming from Accra.
Guide Radio. The new wave. This is Lady Pulos. This is the Guide Radio. Just once again, this is Lady Pulos, and you're listening to the Guide Radio. So guys, I hope you've been enjoying the podcast so far. This is one of my many podcast sessions. Sessions? Did I say sessions or concessions? Thank you. Today I'm joined with Jean, who seems like he's going to faint. Jean, why don't you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, my name is Jean L.K, and I have no idea what else to say.
You don't want to say what you do and
okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay, let's start again. Hi, my name is Jean L.K, and I am a marketing and business development consultant.
Okay. That was very succinct. I like that. Usually people go on, but it's good.
Yeah, nah. Plus, I'm very nervous as well. So
no, don't be nervous. If everybody doesn't know about this, but actually Jean's my arch nemesis. He is. Did you know that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, we just have this special relationship where his sarcasm just kills.
She can't handle the banter. That's okay.
Okay, so how long you been in Ghana this time around?
I've been back in Ghana 3 weeks now.
3 weeks?
Yeah. No, you said this time around. So in the last year, I've been going back and forth. The year before, I was based out here, and I was working for YOLO Experiences. They're the company that own, Carbon, Urban Grill, Coco Lounge, Santoku, Vida E Cafe, La Maison. And for them, I was running all the PR marketing for the whole group.
Oh, okay. Wait, so how long were you there? Were you based here last time?
I'm a very off and on person. So I worked for the company almost just over a year.
Okay.
And before that, I was going back and forth because I was working on different projects.
Okay. So what's it like coming back this time around? What's been going on? How has it been?
It's been interesting because I came back at the Christmas period, which last year I was out here, but I was working. So we were running Carbon last year. And the door was absolutely crazy. So there were like 600 people trying to get into the club at one point. So
I can't understand how 600 people can fit in there. I just don't. I don't see it.
It's the biggest. I don't work for them anymore, so I can't give out food promo. But it's the biggest. It's the biggest club in the country.
Okay.
So obviously, you can stuff a whole bunch of people, 3 different sections, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So last year I worked all the way through Christmas, so I didn't enjoy any of the amazing parties and stuff.
Yeah.
So this year I came back specifically for Afrochella.
Okay.
Because mate Alvin told me to come down, so I came back and it was an amazing event. We helped out with the VIP area because obviously we have to be in the VIP. But anyway,
I see.
Helped out with that. But since I've been back, it's been quite interesting to see how crazy Christmas really is because I did one before, but I wasn't really out and about as much as I was this year. So just went to go see loads of different events. It's really cool to see how people from all over the world come to Ghana. I met people who weren't even Ghanaian returning, people coming out here to party, people coming out here because they've read articles or seen people's Instagram and all that type of stuff. So it's been quite an eye-opener as far as potential for the festive season out here.
That's cool. Because I was thinking about it, especially in recently. I think I mentioned this before quite a few times because I'm still amazed by it. But the fact that in 2019, Ghana is supposed to be like the fourth best destination to travel to. So it was like New Zealand, Egypt, Japan, and then Ghana. Why are you looking at me like that?
Listen,
tourist destination.
I would love for that to be absolutely true. But
you don't think it's true? CNN said it.
Well, CNN said it. Okay.
Anyway. I'm dead.
No, and I'm not saying, hold on a second. I'm not saying in a negative way, but from what I've seen, there's so much more work to be done, especially with the tourist industry.
Yeah.
We're doing about 10% of what we actually really need to do. There's so much work to be done. So if we're on the list, that's brilliant, but I feel like maybe that might be a bit premature.
You think?
Yeah, definitely.
That's interesting. And so I guess from your standpoint, your experience, how do you think Ghana can better, market itself?
No.
I
don't want to offend my political connection out there.
I was actually just hoping. We're writing all these questions.
there's loads of basic things that we don't seem to do. Like I went to the supermarket earlier and I got given 8 plastic bags for
Oh my
3
gosh.
things.
Was it ShopRite?
Yeah.
Sorry, ShopRite.
Oh wow. No, actually no, I don't go to ShopRite. I go to the other one.
Oh, the other
no,
one.
no free promo. Anyway, no. So simple things from like banning plastics would have such a huge impact on how clean our beaches are.
Yeah.
Ghanaians absolutely love the beach. I used to actually run early in the morning at Labadi Beach, and
You did?
I've been down there and I've been so disgusted by how bad the beaches are and stuff like that here.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, like really basic stuff. But then also when you go outside of Accra, there are so many amazing places in Ghana that you can explore. But I don't think the infrastructure is actually there yet. But we're working on it slowly.
Okay, you know what? Before I interrogate you a bit more further, I'm joking. I'm not going to interrogate you. Well, not that much. I just want to stress you out a little bit. We're going to go on a mini break, but we'll be right back with you guys soon. So stay tuned.
Streaming from Accra.
Guide Radio. The new wave. Hello, you're still listening to Guide Radio, The New Wave, and I'm Lady Polos, and I'm still here with Jean.
Who's also the new wave.
Oh, this
sorry.
guy.
I can't help myself. But anyway.
Everybody, you have to understand, like, it's like tension, but like love. I don't know what it is, but I kind of want to like hit you. You know what? I shouldn't say this on air. It's conflicting. It's conflicting. You know, let's get back to the topic.
I'm a little bit worried, but okay.
We were talking about infrastructure in Ghana.
Yes.
Yes. So you said that you should actually run down Labadi Beach.
So there's a beach next to Labadi
So it's
because
not
Labadi was like so dirty.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the beach next door, which is quite cool. But like when you go in the morning, the tide comes in and the beaches just fill up with junk. But then if you go to any beach in Accra, like early in the morning on a holiday, you will see like if you get there like for sunrise, so about 5:30 or something like that. You're probably going to see about 300 to 500 people going to the beach playing football. Like Ghanaians absolutely love the beach, but we can't keep it clean. Yeah. And it's really, the plastic thing is like a big thing for me.
Yeah.
If we can't even fix that or keep somewhere that we really love clean, then what are we doing?
Yeah. No, fair enough. That is a good point because at the end of the day, if someone goes there for the first time and that's what they see, it's not going to give them the best memory when they're returning back
I've
home.
got amazing, if you go to my Instagram, I've got a couple of amazing pictures of the beach, but I was angling up to miss out all the dirt.
Oh no.
But listen, I'm not talking down too much on Ghana. If you go outside of Accra or even, I think it's Bojo Beach and stuff like that, there are amazing, beautiful, clean beaches in Ghana. They are beaches that are worth jumping on a plane just to see.
Yeah.
So don't let me, it's just certain areas that need a bit of help, a bit of a push. There's a few organizations out here that actually do beach cleanups and stuff, and I feel like they probably need some more support. So do your Googles and go find them and stuff.
Oh, and look at you.
Gosh. I know, right?
So helpful. So let's just take a backtrack. I want to, I guess the listeners would also like to know how you started out, like from the very beginning. Was this something that you always wanted to do? What were you doing before what you're doing now?
Okay, so, quick life story. So my background is in health and fitness.
Okay.
And I started back about 12 or 13 years into, now maybe 13, going to 14 years into the fitness industry.
Okay.
Started off in England, went from gym instructor to personal trainer, then I launched my own company. Did a lot of press stuff. Used to write for the Sun newspaper. I write like little pieces about social commentary stuff from health and fitness point of view. So I've done loads of writing for Daily Mail, Sun, Fabulous magazine that comes in the Sun, which is the most read newspaper magazine. Blah blah blah. What else? Like loads of things, Cosmopolitan.
You wrote for Cosmopolitan as well?
Well, yeah, like little articles, nothing like, I'm not like, hey, I'm a writer, but like
at the end of the day,
comments and stuff like
an
that.
article is an article.
So little things like that. So I used to do loads of press stuff.
Yeah.
Loads of press commentary and stuff like that on health and fitness trends, etc.
Yeah.
Used to do product reviews. Never do a product review for a product that's made by a guy who's like an ex-Marine, because when you bump into him, Yeah.
Oh, did you have an altercation?
I did not have an altercation, but he asked me some questions.
He
and
did?
I was like, yeah, okay.
Oh my
So,
goodness. That must have been stress.
It's cool.
Okay.
Nice guy. Really nice guy. You know who you are. Anyway.
Is he listening right now is what I want to know.
I hope not. Anyway. Yeah, so fitness industry, personal trainer. I'm quite, in what I do, had to do loads of marketing stuff, and I signed up with a PR agency and got an amazing response and everything like that. So I figured out through that process that I really enjoy doing marketing a lot more than training. But
Okay.
training is what kind of took me around the world. I've got amazing clients all over the place. I've done random things like get flown out to someone's house to put a gym together and all that type of stuff.
Seriously.
That's actually how I ended up back in Ghana properly.
Oh, that's
because
interesting.
I came back to train a client.
Okay.
And while I was here, stayed a little bit longer, and I started. I consult for a software company based out in Dubai, and I pitched an app out here for the group I ended up working for. And in that process, I got hired to be PR marketing manager for a while and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah, I do a lot.
I could see that.
And they all don't work out great, but some of them work okay. Just so you know.
Isn't that just life though,
Yeah.
anyways? But
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess I would ask if Ghana was always something that you, a place that you'd always thought that you'd return back to, and
Nope.
actually, it wasn't.
Excuse me. Okay, I'll tell you a quick story
Okay.
about. So in my younger days, when I was running around, clubbing, partying, going crazy all over.
When was that? The younger days? Are you sure?
Yeah, wait, hey, I'll calm down. But anyway, yeah, there was a period in my life which I was a bit not out of control, but like I was running around like crazy, not really listening to anyone, doing whatever I wanted and stuff like that. And now looking back, it's like, it feels like when friends say, oh, you've got sent back home. But no, so I came on a little holiday to Ghana in the summer of 2007. And I have traveled and partied all over the world, everywhere. I've had so much fun, luckily enough and stuff. But that summer was literally the best summer of my life because it changed my life. Because coming back to Ghana kind of, trying not to sound too cliche, but it reconnected me to where I'm actually from and showed me who I am and the worth that I have. And it was such an impactful trip.
Yeah.
It was such an impactful trip that when I went back, I kind of had to reassess my whole life and see what I was doing and all that type of stuff, just purely because I came here and I saw how amazing this place is, the type of stuff that we were doing and stuff. Even though we were here causing problems for everyone, it was great. But it was just the fact that you can kind of get lost as to who you are and where you're from and stuff. And if you don't have that connection, and I grew up between London and Berkshire, and I didn't really have that many Ghanaian friends or anything like that at all.
Can imagine.
So coming back and seeing people and all that type of stuff, that really kind of filled me with like a different, not trying to sound not cliche, but like the pride that I had. I know where I'm from. Like with my family, I could trace my family back like generations all the way going back and all that type of stuff.
You can?
Like, yeah, on both sides.
That's amazing.
So like all that type of stuff was kind of like refreshed in my mind. So when I went back, I was like, we need to move a little bit different. And from that, so in my life, I've had so many ups and downs, but I'm so okay with the downs because stuff always gets better.
Yeah.
So I have started businesses which we did crowdfunding, we launched and made, I think the first page got like £75,000 to open up a studio.
Wow.
And my business partner stole it from me. And I fought for half a year trying to get it. Trying to get it back. And when I had £4 in my account, I was sitting there, I got the first offer from their lawyers, and someone called me and was like, it's your idea, don't let that go. So I negotiated, got a little bit of money from it, and I came to Ghana for holiday for 3 weeks. And while I was sitting out here, I was like, Yeah. Why am I rushing back to go freeze my ass off? Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say ass. I said ass twice.
It's
and
all right.
times.
Now
Anyway.
you've said it 3 times. It's too late now.
Yeah,
It's too
so
late.
I didn't want to go back and freeze. So I looked about what's going on here, met
Yeah.
a couple of people, and
Yeah.
that's when I got flown back to come and train my amazing ex-client. And through that, everything else has happened. So yeah. So anyway, coming back to Ghana, Stumble 07, the guys who we partied with, you know who you are. We had an amazing time, and the impact that it's had on my life as far as what I'm able to do and where I can go and all that type of stuff made such a difference to me. So I never thought I would actually come back and do a lot in Ghana, but this place is home, regardless of where I was born or anything like that.
Yeah.
I feel so comfortable here, and I encourage everyone to come and visit.
Aww.
I'm trying very hard not to say something rude, like buy your own ticket or something like that afterwards, but you know what I mean. Like,
you did really.
yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
You've.
That's only a little bit of what
I
I've
can
been
imagine.
up to.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
God.
What else?
My gosh.
What else? Come on.
Okay.
I'm on the roll. Like I want to
You're on
get.
the roll. Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to get this over with. I was so nervous in the beginning. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
I was actually going to ask if you know any of the native dialects.
Listen, my tree is so fire.
Is it?
No, I can understand those. So people
can
always,
understand.
no one actually thinks I can understand, but I'm listening.
You're
Yeah.
that person.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm listening. So be careful. Be careful around me. I also want to learn a bit of Ga because to me it sounds. I don't know why. It just sounds really cool.
It does?
Yeah. Some don't say it like that. Yes, it does.
No, I mean, no, I'm not saying like.
Yeah.
I'm wondering in what sense.
No,
it
like
sounds
I've
cool.
heard like a few people have a conversation. I'm just like, I really want to know what's going on. Like it's really interesting.
Funny.
Yeah.
No, I get you on that because like with my dad on my dad's side, like there was a time when I was there for quite a while and I kind of I've forgotten some of the Greek now, but like I remembered quite a bit. So when I sat and listened to my Greek fam, they'd all be saying stuff. I'm like, yo, I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
That is rude. But it's brilliant. It gives you like a secret superpower.
Yeah. Especially when people like talking about you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like we shouldn't actually be saying this. Now it's the secret
It's
is
out there. Yeah.
God, let's chill it. It's alright.
Let's see how popular this show is.
Okay. I wanted to ask more about, I guess, Ghana as a whole and the kind of challenges that you've faced, particularly in Ghana, though. So, I mean, you built up a lot and you've done a lot here, and I'm sure you've experienced good and obviously bad. But I just want to understand what the biggest challenges have been.
Wow. I don't mean to offend anyone, but if you're offended, I'm not hard to find. Anyway, for me, the biggest challenges is the general mentality of people. I feel like I don't know if it's education-based or just a simple fact as to, how to put this.
Because you don't have to be controversial if you wanna. Like after I said a few things earlier on. I really.
Yeah, she works for ShopRite. So
Are you kidding me? Don't go back.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, for me, I think the biggest issue is consistency out here. Okay, see, I moved away from what I was going to say before. But like for me, it's consistency.
Yeah.
So it feels that out here, a lot of businesses and a lot of people are quite successful from being mediocre. So if you're trying to push the envelope and trying to excel in what you do, if you're really passionate about what you do, it really feels like you're working at a disadvantage out here. Because if you, I don't know, for example, if you sell paintings, if you just throw some paint on a piece of paper or on a canvas and you sell it for 1,000 cedis or whatever, but if you take your time, it takes 3 months to paint it, make a masterpiece, and it feels like you might actually sell that for 500 out here because it's the quick turn. That's a terrible metaphor, but you know what I mean? If you were doing stuff in a mediocre space, you seem to be a lot more successful than trying to kill yourself to get it perfect. And that's something that is really painful and is not the best when you're out here. So that's one of the things. And another thing is...
Was that thing that you're going to say earlier, but now you've decided...
What? No, it comes down to it comes down to, I think the responsibility goes when it gets to different businesses and stuff like out here, like hospitality. So I've worked in hospitality out here. It goes to the manager and the type of training that we're giving people.
Yeah.
Whether people are not pushing the boat out far enough or people are just not getting it.
Yeah.
So if you're training your staff and they seem to be making the same mistakes, it's not for you to shout at your staff, it's for you to adapt the way you're training your staff.
Yeah.
And that's like a huge thing out here because there's a couple of places that I go to. I might start dropping names. Yeah.
I'm like waiting for it as well, so we're at least even here.
I'm going to be out here for a little bit, so let's not piss too many people off. But there's a few places out here which I keep having, like, if you're having meetings there and stuff like that, the same issues keep happening over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I don't hold my tongue. So I tell people, my mom used to be an etiquette consultant, a corporate etiquette consultant. So she's out here most of the time. So she will explain stuff. If you want to hire her, holler at me. Anyway,
I love how you're doing this.
She doesn't do it anymore, but listen, if you got that bag and you need that, talk to me. Anyway.
You're leaving your social media later for everyone.
100% at Mr. Jean L.K. Yo. Anyway, no, so like she really breaks down and has a full-on conversation to explain to people why what they did is wrong. Mm-hmm. And they seem to get it, but you never know with everyone and you can't do it for everyone. So it's kind of down to training. I think the tourism minister has been talking about that. A few people went to an event and said they were talking about training and stuff like that.
Okay, that's interesting.
I really think there needs to be a big push on the hospitality industry out in Ghana because where normal industry probably hires 1 or 2 people, it would hire 4 people for one job because like hotels are open 24 hours, etc.
Yeah,
et
sure.
So that's the type of stuff we need to push on. But anyway, what next? Talk to me.
I can see that you're ready to jump out of this chair. One thing I wanted to know as well, because there's a lot of people that came over, as you said earlier, this December period, especially like people from the US, from the UK, and I just want to know your thoughts on those people that are coming back, and what I guess what can be done in Ghana. Is there a space for people like from the diaspora to come back and actually do something, or do you feel like it's a bit it falls short kind of sort of thing?
I hate that word, by the way. It just makes it so pretentious. We're from the diaspora.
It sounds like a super team for some reason.
Who's that? The diaspora.
Oh my gosh, it does. It sounds like a gang. Oh god, yeah.
I think one of the main things that people need to know about if you're trying to move back or trying to do business and stuff is, no offense, people here are not stupid. So your little idea and stuff like that, do your research before you land here because someone's already probably done it. And so like I know a lot of people who'd be like, oh yeah, when I come back to Ghana, I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just nodding my head like, we've had that in Ghana for like a few years or like, there's like certain little things. But then don't be discouraged about it. It's not the easiest thing to do. But if you're coming with a good idea and you're passionate about what you're doing, you got some money because Ghana's not cheap, you can kind of like drive through. And I know people who've moved back who are doing absolutely amazing out here. And I know people who out here who are struggling. Like I've struggled out here. Like the stress is real sometimes.
Is the struggle and the stress coming from like trying to work in the system, or is it something particularly different?
It's sometimes stuff doesn't work, or like Ghana's the type of place that sometimes if you're gonna have a bad day, it's like there's like a signal that's going out said he's having a bad day, let's go make it worse.
Oh my gosh.
From people, from the driving to the traffic to our friendly local police officers and everything like that. Like I'm snitching, come see me. Anyway,
I feel like you're telling everybody to come see you. First your mom, now anybody else. Like
no, I'm just saying like there's loads of different things that happen out here. Like there's a lot of disinformation as well. So for instance, I'm not going to say how long I've been driving out here for, but I just got my Ghana license, and I went to the first place, which is a place everyone tells you to go, and they were charging 1,800.
CDs.
Yeah, 800 CDs for the license because I was changing my UK license over. left, and luckily went around and found the brand new DVLA building in Cantonment.
Oh, okay,
which
sure. Yeah.
is an amazing building. I went there. In an hour, I got my new driving license, and I paid 670 cities. So,
Wait. So
Yeah.
you went from 1,800 cities to 600 and...
yeah, from doing it the official way, but the information is not out there. So the amount of people that go to the place
No way.
and pay 1,800, because especially at Christmas,
Yeah.
if you get caught out here trying to drive without a proper license and stuff, you're gonna pay
Yes.
fines,
Yeah.
official fines.
Official fines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, swiftly moving on. Yeah. So like stuff like that, we need to know.
Yeah.
There needs to be like, listen, from six, that's
It's a lot though.
that's a lot of money.
That's mad.
That's a lot of money. So
Wow.
yeah, now the DVLA is going to be after me as well. Thank you.
I think we're both going to be in trouble this entire.
Who wants it? Who's next?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No.
Yeah. No, I guess, yeah, you're right. The misinformation. I always felt as well, but this is more of an arts and cultural thing. But when I came to Ghana, I used to like, oh, what interesting things are going on, apart from like going out and clubbing or whatever. So I think there's this thing called, this website. See, I'm learning. This website that I went on and I tried to look for information, like what festivals, what things are going on. And there was not enough information for me to gather any like thoughts or direct me in any way. And I thought that's one thing that I really, really disliked, that I never really understood or knew what was happening in Accra unless someone told me this is happening, or I see it on social media, maybe by chance, or you know what I'm saying, like you're just in the group that's happening. And those are one of the most frustrating things, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who would like to know these things and should know these things but never get the opportunity to find out. Same as with like, as you were saying, like tourism and stuff like that. There's so many places outside of Accra, and unless you're going with a special tour guide, or you know, you won't get people like frequenting these places unless like they're actually a foreigner. Like I don't know if local people really like patronize these places.
There's a big mix. What I love, actually, one of the things I actually love about Ghana as well, there's loads of hidden gems out here. And if you know, you know. If you don't know,
No, but that's
it's
not
for you.
No.
I'm joking.
What are you doing?
I'm joking.
Get out of here. I'm so done. Yeah.
No, there needs to be a lot more exposure there's some amazing businesses. Like yesterday, I went to a cigar lounge in Adar. I had no idea it was there.
A cigar lounge?
Yeah.
In Adar?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's an absolutely brilliant place. We went to go have lunch. The guys smoked cigars, all that type of stuff. It was just a really nice, chilled afternoon.
Where was
out
that
there.
about? Because is it near Aqua Safari?
Yes, it's actually down the road from Aqua
Stop
Safari.
it. Like,
yeah.
we could've-
I think last week or the week before, something like the Tastemakers
Oh, okay, sure.
Instagram, they took Jadena down there and stuff like that. They hosted them and stuff like that. So on
Okay.
social, there's going to be loads of pictures about the place and stuff. So it's an amazing place run by a really amazing guy, Kev, who's also a diaspora or returnee, or
He's part of the gang.
yeah,
part of the crew, yeah.
he's one of those guys who's been out there. So he's opened it 4 years ago, and it's doing really well. It's a really cool place to go check out. I'm hoping for free cigars now because I've just plugged it. But no, I don't smoke.
Are you just
Sometimes.
dropping names to get
No,
free things?
I'm trying to like just say to, like, that's such an amazing place. Like
Yeah,
front
it
and
is.
back, which is a private members bar. It's a beautiful little space.
Yeah.
Then you've got your big places like Coca Lounge. Icon House is actually, outside of historic locations, the most photographed place in Ghana because it's so beautiful.
It is?
Yes.
Wow.
So stuff like that, like, hey, yeah, it's there's amazing places out here, amazing food, drinks. Ghanaians love to party. As much as people complain about being broke,
I mean,
people party
chilling all the
a
time.
lot.
Is today not a holiday?
Yeah,
It is.
Today is Constitution. I can't even say the word. Wow.
What are you trying? It's like, I think you're trying to say a combination of two
No.
words. Constitution.
Yeah, Constitution word. I'm lost. Okay, this is enough. Thank you very much. It's been a long weekend.
You know, it's fine. But let me ask you one more question.
Yeah.
Before you just forget how to speak English. Full
Yeah.
stop.
I
What
can
are-
start speaking tree if you like.
Yes, can
Yeah,
you?
no.
Okay. Well, let him do it later. Okay. For this upcoming year, 2019. Oh wait, so when are you going back to the UK or someplace? You don't know. It's a secret.
I have no idea, actually, at the moment. No, so last year I spent actually, I can't even remember. I was back in the UK about 4 times last year, but I spent most of my year in America and Europe, outside of UK. So split
Okay.
between Ghana and stuff. But this year, I've got a meeting this week, and I'm guessing that I'm going to be told that I need to dedicate myself to Ghana a lot more. So I'm going to be around quite a lot more this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you like what things are on the horizon for 2019, but I feel like knowing you're going to give me the most.
I can't say. Let's just say, okay, so we've got a few TV projects going on, so we're creating content. I can't tell you what it's about, but or actually just follow me on Instagram because I
Mysterious.
snitch on myself all the time. And also working on a travel project, which is not just for people coming into Ghana and into Africa, actually, but people traveling out to amazing places. Last year, I did about, 40 or 50 flights all over the world. And I've seen so much and I've grown so much just in that year alone. And this is the type of stuff that I want to kind of share with people and get people to get the opportunity to see stuff. I was on a mountain somewhere and I posted
a mountain somewhere, people.
And I posted a picture on my Instagram, and one of the bar guys who used to work with me messaged me and asked me, goes, how can I ever see or go to somewhere like that? And that was a bit heartbreaking, and because it was like he made it seem like it was something that's so unattainable or unachievable.
Yeah.
And this is something that I decided to work on from there. So we'll figure some stuff out. We're going to get a lot more people travel, go out, see some stuff, and just get people to open up their minds a bit more to what's available out there.
Okay, and the next important question would be, are you going to hire me for that?
So thank you very much for having me.
You know what? We're gonna negotiate, guys. But before we go, can you give everybody your details, social media, and how to go and hit you up? Because clearly there's a lot of things people need to ask you about now.
My number, not Jake.
His number is
Yeah. My Instagram is probably the easiest way to get me, and it's open. Yeah, it's open, so it's cool. So everyone can see stuff. I don't post that often, but my stories are quite funny because they involve me laughing at other people.
Well, that is Jean in a nutshell.
Justified. But anyway, you can get me at Mr. Jean L.K. So it's at MrJeanLK. And yeah, hit me up if you've got any questions, anything. If you've got any cool projects and stuff. If you think they're cool and they're not cool, I will ignore you. But
oh, come on.
Come on. You have to come.
It's
what's
fine.
it? It's Ghanaian, so you have to come correct.
You
come correct or don't come at all.
Wow. Any other things? Social media.
I need to get out of here before I
business?
embarrass my family anymore.
I mean,
and my last name is Weafi as well. So if you know, you know.
Oh my! Wow. So that's it from Jean. Come correct, right? Guys, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. Come on now, it's over. It's okay. Yeah. Breathe. All right. I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast session. In particular, I definitely have. I probably haven't laughed this much in a while. It's always a interesting time with Jean. Like he said, just follow him on social media if you have any questions, jobs, everything.
Please, no weird stuff either.
Okay, yeah, no weird stuff as well.
And no stalkers.
No worries. You've been listening to The Guide Radio. My name is Lady Pilos, and I hope to be listening. I was going to say listening from you. I swear, these days, I hope that you guys will tune in and again soon. Thank you. Peace.
Streaming from Accra.
Guide Radio. The new wave.